Hello. In this video we're going to be looking at the magnetic field put off by a Dyson cord-free, hassle-free vacuum, and this particular model is the V7. As you can see, it is very new. I have not even removed the tag on the trigger, and was in the market for a new vacuum recently, and I had looked at this when I bought a new vacuum about a year ago, which has not performed up to expectations, and actually maybe it has because it's kind of a lower end one, but decided to get a better one, and the Dyson line, as I have found interesting. But I shied away from this one a year ago because I realized the motor for this was near the hand, and based on my knowledge of EMF, that was not a good thing. But I decided to buy one and test it out, and we're going to take a look at the magnetic field reading here, and it has a 30-day return policy, and this one will definitely be going back, and you will see why. So again, it's brand new, tag is still on it, the box is sitting over there. Not even going to unpack the accessories because they looks like they have some other models which won't be affected by this problem. So the thing with magnetic fields is they drop off very fast with distance, but when you're holding a vacuum like this, you know, the motor is right here, right next to your hand. Okay, and we're going to see how high the magnetic fields get. Okay, so here's the background. As you can see indoors here, we're sitting at about 0.5, okay, in this room, 0.55. Now, if we took this meter to a natural place, it would go down to as low as about 0.1 or 0.09. So just being indoors, this is from electrical wiring in the walls, I'm going to guess, or maybe even in the floor, it's already 5 times as high. And magnetic fields are a lot more dangerous than what we've been led to believe with prolonged exposure. Okay, so it's just the little things that get you over time. Okay, but let's just take a look at this magnetic field reading on this, and we're measuring all 3 axes on this. Okay, this is an Alpha Labs UHS2. Okay, so here we are. Let's turn it on. So you can see right away, right there where our hand is, we're already looking at 100 milligauss. And if we took it here, which is where your hand would be, you know, 140. Okay, up to 140, 150. On the top, you know, it's 180. Okay. Let's, yeah, so this is a very high magnetic field to be exposing yourself to. Now, of course, when you use a vacuum cleaner, or let's say a handheld vacuum like this one, you're not going to be using it for hours on end unless you're a professional cleaner. But I can feel the energy already in my hand, okay, and that's that's not a good thing. You know, if you're trying to really improve your health, you don't want to expose yourself to such a high magnetic field. You know, how often are you going to be cleaning? I mean, yeah, it looks totally cool. This thing looks totally cool. But there's a lot of cool things in the world that are not good for us. Okay? They're like, I don't know if it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't know if that's the best analogy. But it's a mirage. Okay? Now, if you only use this like a couple minutes a day, literally, you know, not a big deal, okay? But if you're going to be using it on a semi-regular basis for 20, 30 minutes at a time, you know, it all adds up. And if you're someone with a weaker, you know, immune system or weakened health, and you're trying to recover from something, you don't want to be doing something like this, because while it's not going to per se radiate your body, because you're holding it at a distance from your body, it is radiating through your hands. And your whole body circulates energy. And that energy eventually is going to circulate to other parts of your body. Okay, I don't have the full detailed explanation, and there's web articles on magnetic fields you could read. Maybe I will be able to link some in. But yeah, just want to show the effect of some of this newer technology. And the same thing goes with hair dryers, any electronic device where the motor, the engine, so to speak, is near your hand or body. Not a positive thing for your health. So we could talk about hairstylists and some of the issues maybe I've noticed that they've had just in talking to them. Of course, they know nothing about magnetic fields, but if you're watching this, you're going to know better because I'm showing you. Okay? So there we go. They had a spike at 200, 240. Look at that. Okay? Now, they'll never mention this to you in the advertising literature because advertising is all about being positive, and they may not even know about this or know about the effects. Okay? So look at that. Okay, it doesn't matter what attachment we would use or whatnot. So I'm going to go out and return this item and get one of their canister vacuums, which the main motor lies on the floor and you can keep that away from you, which is how most vacuums were, 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever. So this is another reason why people continually getting more sick, and not just sick, but having our moods altered, is this rise in EMF. And it comes from so many different directions, whether it's, a fancy looking thing like this, okay, or a fancy phone, your super powerful computer. Power comes at a price, okay? So just something to be aware of, okay? That's all. Hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so here we are again, just a little quick follow-up here. So you see this is the Dyson V7 Animal. I just called Dyson, and they have a really good return policy. You literally don't even have to pack this box up or the accessories. You just take it to them, or take it to the UPS store, and UPS will handle everything. Okay, so that's really easy return. Like I said, I'm going to buy another Dyson canister vacuum, since those are a lot safer. And I just want to, here's my hand that I was using, and I made the earlier video of me testing, and I felt like some sensations here, and I can still feel the negative energy or the magnetized effect from the handheld, which again I've already packed into the box. I didn't even open up any of the other attachments, just one of them down there. As you can see, I didn't even open the manual here. Okay, so yeah, I can already, there's still a vibration going on in my hand, and I felt like a little pop of pain here, and I can, feel stuff along my knuckles here, and here I can also feel something in my right hand here, right sensation right here. Now maybe I can like feel it kind of in my arm. So what's happening is the energy, the damage occurs here, but it, there's blood flow, electrical flow, and it goes out through the entire body, and it's just trying to escape. Okay, this is just my best explanation at the moment. So yeah. So if you're using this, 20, 30 minutes a day for a couple days a week, that's not a particularly healthy thing to do. So yeah, and the thing I was going to mention about hairstylists is, well, I won't even mention that because, that they're affected by chemical exposures too. But yeah, maybe I'll add that on later. Not in this video portion. So yeah. Cord-free, hassle-free doesn't mean healthy, okay? Doesn't matter how many things they talk about here. Yeah, but okay, that's the video. Okay, so we're back here looking at the Dyson V7 again, okay? And earlier you saw a video on the magnetic field put out by the V7. What I did not realize, though, was that was originally set on the high suction extended run. Okay, so it was a very high level on that level, but now I'm curious what the magnetic field reading is on the max suction. Okay, so it's going to be a lot more powerful. And for hours after I had made that earlier video, my hand, I could still feel the, like the energy or the vibration in my hand. And perhaps some people would not feel it, or they would just dismiss it and not think of it as anything bad. But yeah, and then I felt it in various parts of my arm, the energy moving through me. Okay, so yeah, and I had only just been testing this thing for just had it on for less than 10 minutes. So I definitely, upon further reflection, I would not recommend this device to anyone. Of course, if you look online, you see hundreds, thousands of reviews of these, that they're great machines. And all I can say is that's not with my experience. But let's try with the max suction. Okay. All right. We're going to compare. So let's see if we can get this here. Look at that. We're over 500 on max suction. $227 there. Alright, let's take a look at the other side here. So you can see it drops off, very quickly with distance. So we're going to try and do this here. Wow, look at that. 800. Holy crapola. Yeah, now let's put it on extended run and let's test it again. So you can see it's a lot lower on the extended run, okay? It's still not a level I would want to be exposed to. Now when I'm looking at this, I mean, yeah, I would like to view the other video. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely, I do not recommend this for anyone. And as I'm doing this now I'd like to, get a hair dryer. Probably have a hair dryer in the bathroom and test the magnetic field on that and see how it compares. Again, most I guess more women use hair dryers than men, but you don't have it on for very long. But again, it's all cumulative and it's affecting your health. So from a health perspective, this is definitely not something I can recommend. Again, it looks cool. The idea of it sounds cool, but I'm about to purchase a Dyson canister vacuum and measure the magnetic field on that. But again, the main motor is situated, several feet away from you, so that is sufficient distance to be safe. So, yeah, max suction versus high suction. Yeah, okay, not something I can recommend, but to each their own. So there you have it, the magnetic field test on a Dyson V7, and I imagine other cordless models would be all very similar.